What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Writing Tips, where I break down tropes and archetypes from your favorite stories in the hopes that you can learn a little bit more about writing. Today, we're looking at the 5-man band archetype. But before we get into that, I want to let you all know that this video will be the first in a series of lessons about writing teams and groups of characters in fiction. I collaborated with Rob and Sprung on this series, and each week, we're going to be taking turns releasing a new video talking about all of the tropes and team dynamics that can be found in storytelling. If you want to keep up with this series, go ahead and check out his channel so that you can stay up to date. Alright, let's dive into the topic of today's video, the 5-man band. Most commonly found in the superhero genre, the 5-man band archetype is something that we've seen countless times on screen, whether we're aware of it or not. As the name suggests, the 5-man band is a trope where a group of 5 people are formed up into a team to complete a special task. The reason for this group coming together may vary, but more often than not, these unique individuals are united to carry out a mission that would normally be impossible for anyone else to do. The 5 characters who make up the 5-man band are split up into particular roles and possess certain skills and personality traits that complement one another and contribute to the entire ensemble. Now, this team may or may not have an actual name of its own, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is that the 5-man band has teamwork as its basic modus operandi. They need to tackle the obstacles ahead of them together. Otherwise, they are doomed to failure. Usually the challenges the 5-man band face are too great for just 1 or 2 or even 4 of them to handle on their own. To get the job done, they need the whole team. All 5 of them need to stand together and work hand in hand if they want to win. Here are the 5 archetypes that make up the roster of the 5-man band. First up, we have the leader. This archetype can come in 4 flavors: the mastermind, the level-headed, the headstrong, and the charismatic. The mastermind leader will often be the brains behind the operation, who assemble the team for a specific purpose. They have clear goals of what they want the team to be from the very beginning, and they rely on their intelligence to keep the team one step ahead of the competition. The level-headed leader is the most sensible, patient, mature, and experienced person in the group, which automatically makes them qualified to be the leader. They are often driven by a sense of duty and altruism. The headstrong leader is the most opinionated and strong-minded of the group, leading their team both in and out of catastrophes. As time goes on, these bold leaders will wise up and learn the difference between bravery and brash action. And finally, we have the charismatic leader. In contrast to the mastermind, whose intelligence is the glue that keeps the team together, the charismatic leader uses their personality to help keep their teammates united as a single unit. This version of the leader is the most respected of the team, and nobody will argue against their orders because they just admire them too much. Don't be surprised if all 4 flavors of this leader archetype overlap into a single character. The leader archetype doesn't have to come in just one flavor, remember that. Next up, we have the Lancer archetype. Usually the Lancer will be the second in command to the leader, but that isn't always the case. What is guaranteed though, is that the Lancer will be the complete opposite of the leader. If the leader is a young and optimistic rookie, expect the Lancer to be an old and grizzled veteran. If the leader is a popular and extroverted jock, then the Lancer will be a quiet and introverted goth girl. The Lancer will always be the foil to the leader, and this will sometimes cause them to butt heads, but at the end of the day, the Lancer will always come around and pledge their full support to their leader. The smart guy is the intellectual on the team, who is always focused on science, technology, and engineering. They'll be the one who is always building and repairing stuff for the team, sometimes even making cool gadgets for them. The smart guy is usually part of a little guy, big buddy duo with the big guy archetype, making them the odd couple. Which brings us to our next team member, the big guy. They're the muscle of the team, preferring to overcome obstacles using brawn rather than brains. They're the powerhouses who specialize in physical strength, and it's not uncommon for them to use big heavy weapons like axes, hammers, bazookas, or miniguns. The 5th member of the 5-man band can come in one of 2 tropes, the chick or the heart. The chick is the gentle peacekeeper who is always trying to balance out the rest of the team's clashing personalities. They're the mother hen and mediator of the group. As suggested, this role is predominantly played by a female character. And then there's the heart. They're the emotional core of the team, being the most gentle and vulnerable of the group. Even if the team is constantly at each other's throats, pretty much everyone will get along with the heart, and in return, the heart will always help keep their friends together by being the team's mascot and uplifting everyone's spirits. Now sometimes there are exceptions to the 5-person roster of the 5-man band, and you can add a 6th member to the team. This character archetype is known as the 6th Ranger, and they'll be a newcomer who joins an established ensemble late in the game. As a fun little side note, Tommy, the Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, is the namesake for this trope. Examples of the 5-man band can be found littered all over the superhero genre. Let's take a look at a few of them. With the first Avengers movie, you have Captain America embodying all 4 types of the leader archetype, while Iron Man contrasts him as the Lancer. The Hulk is the smart guy, Thor is the big guy, Black Widow is the chick, and they are later joined by Hawkeye, who is the 6th Ranger. And in most versions of the Justice League, you have Superman being the charismatic leader, Batman as the Lancer, and Wonder Woman as the chick. The roles of the smart guy, big guy, and 6th Ranger are constantly rearranged and reassigned in every iteration of the team. Sometimes Aquaman is the 6th Ranger, and other times he's the big guy. The Flash can either be the smart guy or the heart, depending on who else is on the team. Green Lantern is usually the big guy, but Cyborg is another character who alternates between being the big guy and the smart guy. Not to mention, if you have Martian Manhunter or Hawkgirl mixed in there as the 6th Ranger. It all really depends on who the writer is and what direction they want to take the characters. This trope became heavily used in all of the rebooted 80s cartoon shows like Transformers Prime, G.I. Joe Renegades, Voltron Legendary Defenders, and 2011's Thundercats. In each of these shows, the status quo is that the main characters are the 5-man band. In every version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Turtles are part of the Elite Four trope. But when April O'Neil joins up with them, she becomes the chick, and her presence elevates the group to the 5-man band status. If Casey Jones tags along, then he becomes the 6th Ranger. In the A-Team, you have Hannibal as the mastermind leader, Face as the Lancer, Murdoch as the smart guy, B.A. as the big guy, and Amy as the chick. In Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, is the headstrong leader, while Gamora is the Lancer, Rocket Raccoon is the smart guy, Drax the Destroyer is the big guy, Groot is the heart, and Mantis later joins the squad as the 6th Ranger. And as our final example, we have the main cast from the original Star Wars trilogy. Luke Skywalker is the hopeful, charismatic leader, while Han Solo is the snarky and cynical Lancer. The droids share the role as the smart guy, Chewbacca is the big guy, Princess Leia is the chick, and Lando Calrissian later joins as the 6th Ranger. If you want to learn more about the 5-man band archetype, go ahead and take a look at the TV Tropes website, where they have a whole library of knowledge dedicated to tropes and archetypes within storytelling. If you're interested in learning more about writing techniques, go ahead and subscribe so that you can get notified when I post a new video. Leave a comment down below and list off any fictional ensembles that you think might be a 5-man band. Don't forget to like this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.